Hi. Mind if I sit down for a while?
No. Kind of a rough day, huh?
Yeah. Guess you could say that.
Are you going to be all right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be all right.
How about Gregory?
He's gonna be okay.
Did you talk to Paige?
Oh, yes.
Ashley, I know Paige. She's not going to tell Justin that you and I were engaged.
I know. She told me that she wouldn't. You picked a very special lady. You deserve her.
Thank you. Nothing's going to come between you and Justin now.
Yeah, I wish I could be sure of that.
Rena?
I will never trust that woman.
Your troubles are going to be waiting for you right on your own doorstep, Justin. I'm not going to have to do a thing.
I do believe you're trying to scare me, Rena. You know marshals don't scare.
I'll remember that when you find out.
When I find out what?
You'll see.
You know, I will. Sooner or later. So, why don't you save us both some trouble and tell me now?
No. No, I don't think I'm going to be the one to tell.
Oh, why not? You're just busting to tell me.
If I told you, Justin, I'd be stooping to your level, and I have no intention of dropping that low.
I'm right where you want to be.
You're contemptible.
Thank you, Rena. I do my best. Soon, you know, you'll have no choice. I'll have you in my arms. Because time is running out on that little bet we made. I'll have you right where I want you. So, whatever it is you want to tell me, whatever it is, whatever this little secret of yours is, you might as well get it out of the way right here and now.
We gotta be crazy coming in here.
Do we have a choice?
Yeah, we could turn right around and get out of here.
Ruby!
We're not going back that way, Ruby. Not with Gretchen and who knows who else out there shooting at us.
This place gives me the creeps.
Hey, you were the one that insisted on coming here. I told you to go home and stay there.
Well, now that I'm here, will you protect me?
I'll do my best.
This is pretty weird.
You're telling me.
This glow, these mummies. This place is too much.
Now do you believe it, Ricky? Now do you believe Sutar's legend?
Texas. The first part of Texas is brought to you by new formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners. Cleaners that will work hard on your whole wash, all concentrated into 1/4 cup.
There's no way I'm going to tell you, so why don't you just drop it?
You tell me, you always do.
You mean I always did? Not anymore.
What makes now any different than before?
Just is.
You used to be different, Rena. If you wanted to hit me, you would. You wouldn't hesitate. You'd beat a path right to my door. That's what made playing our game so much fun.
We're not playing games anymore.
You and I will always play our games. That's what makes the oil business so interesting. I like the competition. I like the stakes.
The lowest.
I keep a warm place in my heart for you too, Rena.
Why don't you grow up, Justin? How can you run an oil company with your little boy antics?
I'm managing just fine these days, Rena, and you are too with your moods. So just come on, shoot your best shot.
It's not going to work anymore.
It always works.
No. No, I've changed.
You will never change.
Think again. People do change, sometimes for the better. You take a long look at the new Rena Decker.
I kind of like the old Rena.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
The old Rena had fire. I certainly would miss that fire.
The fire's still there. It still burns deep.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Only now it's channeled in a more positive way.
Positive way. Rena, does all this mean that you want to make up with me?
Make up with you. Not on your life.
What then?
It means you can air out your dirty laundry if you can find it.
I want to know what you know.
I'll just bet you do.
You don't know anything, do you? This is all a big bluff, isn't it?
Don't you wish?
You're bluffing.
Have a good day.
You gotta remember this. I'm still gonna win that bet, and you're still going to bed with me in that hotel in Dallas. And don't you forget it.
Well, looks like the gang's on here.
Ashley, don't you think that if Rena were going to cause trouble, she'd have done it by now?
No, I think she might be content to just sit tight.
Why? You would think that she'd been knocking on Justin's door the minute she found out.
Because she's holding all the cards, TJ. She likes playing those kinds of games with people's lives. She likes causing people grief. I better get back to work.
Ashley, wait a minute. How'd your talk go with Paige?
It was very hard for both of us.
Yeah, I kind of thought it would be. What'd she say exactly?
You're afraid of losing her.
She means a lot to me.
I know. I told her that.
You told her that?
Yeah, I told her that I was the one who had tried to convince you not to confide in her. And that you wouldn't listen to me. That you didn't want a relationship that was based on secrets, and that you loved her very much. And that she'd be making a big mistake if she let that interfere with your relationship.
What did she say?
She was more concerned with how it affected me and Justin than how it affected her. TJ, I know how you feel about Paige. And I know that what you did because you thought it was best for everyone. I'm sorry.
What for?
For reacting the way I did earlier today.
Yeah. Well, I just hope that I haven't blown it for Paige and me.
I don't think you have. It's just going to take some time.
I guess so. Your apology was unnecessary. I know how you were feeling.
TJ, you can't tell Paige the rest, though.
You mean about your abortion?
Yeah. You can't tell her that part, TJ.
But I'm still going to be hiding the truth from her. Ashley, the past will always catch up with us.
Well, it just can't this time. Now, it's one thing for you to tell Paige that we were engaged in college, but to tell her that I had an abortion, it could mean the end of your relationship with her, and I know that it would for me and Justin.
Yeah, I guess we could both just kiss everything goodbye, couldn't we?
That's exactly right. Paige can't find out about that. And if Justin ever finds out... Look, you love her. You love Paige. Don't ruin what you have with her. And please, don't ruin me and Justin.
I don't want to. Paige, it's TJ.
Oh,
Paige, the reason I'm calling is, I'd like to see you tonight. Paige.
TJ, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Paige, please, look, I promise you can throw me out anytime you like.
Please.
TJ.
Please, Paige.
All right. I'll see you tonight.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now, you two ain't on the outs in a major way, are you?
Well, that wouldn't be too good for what we have in mind.
You might remember we are in competition in the oil business.
Well, nothing wrong with a little competition.
As long as it's the friendly kind.
Well, we're just on different sides.
Well, now, there may come a point down the line when you two are going to have to be on the same side.
It makes for good politics.
I take it this has to do with Ricky Decker.
You hit the bullseye.
Well, when the time comes, I'm sure that Rena and I will be the best of friends.
Now, that's good to hear.
Mighty good to hear.
You gentlemen getting at something?
Well, we wouldn't want Miss Rena to try talking Ricky out of taking you on as his honorary campaign manager.
Good evening, Mrs. Bell.
Good evening, Ricardo. Has Mr. Weston arrived yet?
No, not yet, but I can see you right now if you wish.
All right. Oh, just a moment. I see my daughter. I'll join her while I'm waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, hello, Mama.
May I join you?
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you.
You look a little bit down this evening. Is everything all right?
Things could be better.
Rough day?
Not until Justin Marshall made it rough.
Oh. You're not having problems with Justin again, are you? You know they always get you in trouble.
It's time I managed to stay out of trouble.
Well, what then?
I ran into Justin at the coop. He was meeting with our friends Hawker Barnes and Boots Bedreau.
Aha.
Slipping more oil leases under the table, no doubt, and Justin was in his usual form.
And you?
I think you would have been very proud of me. I was in complete control. I'm proud of myself. I think it's a step in the right direction.
That's marvelous, honey. I've also noticed you taking several steps in the right direction lately.
You really mean that?
Yes, I do, and I think I know the reason why.
Yes, I guess you do.
Grant is a very good influence in your life.
Yes, and he continues to be. And I think maybe I'm beginning to influence my own life, too.
I can see it.
Thank you.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Grant has really opened up my eyes, Mama.
That's good.
As much as I hate to say it, your situation with Daddy has also opened up my eyes.
Oh.
The way you handle things. You did a whole lot better than I could have, and that's because of the kind of woman you are. I'm trying to be more like you.
It's very sweet, honey. But But you're a very special woman in your own right. Even if you are my daughter.
Mama, I want to be a person that matters. I don't want to be someone who stoops to petty levels. Someone like the Justin Marshalls of this world. I'm better than they are. I won't allow them to pull me down to them. I really think I can be that special person that matters.
I know you can.
What better way could you support Ricky than by being his honorary campaign manager?
You'll be honorary campaign manager. You'll be up front lending your support and prestige.
And we'll get a genuine campaign manager to handle all the real work.
Well, what we want to do now is just test the water between you and Ricky. Make sure everything's as smooth like silk off a spool.
Well, like I told you before, Ricky and I get along just fine.
It ain't Ricky that we're concerned with how you get along.
Rena Decker?
She is his sister-in-law.
It wouldn't go good for things if there was bad blood between you two.
Oh, gentlemen, there's no bad blood between us, just a little friendly rivalry. I'm sure she'll always do what's best for Ricky.
Uh-huh. What if matters get out of your control?
Well, they won't. I've always known how to handle Rena in the past.
Well, what about the future?
I still haven't lost my touch, gentlemen.
Good, good.
Now, speaking of handling things, you ain't having any problems handling those oil leases we've been swinging your way, have you?
Oh, gentlemen, that's the kind of problems I like to handle. Any more problems like that you'd care to urge on over to me, I'd appreciate it.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Would you say, Boots?
Yes.
You do that.
Yes, sirree, Bob. You and Ricky are gonna make quite a team. Ain't that right, Hawker?
No true words. You just keep on thinking what you can do for Ricky, and we'll keep thinking about oil leases.
I will, gentlemen. I will.
There's got to be some explanation for all this, Brett. Some scientific explanation.
Yeah, how about it, Brett?
Come on, you're the geologist in the family.
Well, I think I'm beginning to understand this.
Well, I wish somebody would explain it to me.
Well, what happened here doesn't appear to be a normal geologic occurrence.
I figured that.
See, this cavern was not completely created by water erosion as most caverns are.
If not by water, how?
Well, see these striations in here?
Yeah.
They indicate an explosion or a series of explosions.
You mean this place blew up?
Yeah, at one time.
Well, that would fit in with the legend.
Yeah, now I'm almost sure that we're on top of a geologic oil dome. And that would explain a couple of things.
How do you explain this creepy mummy and those other ones we saw?
Well, that's hard to say. I suppose they could have been caused by some deadly gas.
Gas? You mean that we could be breathing right now?
If you were breathing it, Ruby, we wouldn't be asking questions here. Gas had a long time to clear away. What kind of gas could cause this mummification?
They don't teach you everything at college.
Yeah, especially things they don't know about.
I suppose that, well, it could be natural gas under very intense pressure, undergoing a molecular change, which would have something to do with the explosions, too.
Yeah, well, at least all this stuff happened a long time ago. There's no chance of us turning into one of those things.
I didn't say that.
In all this talk about me, I didn't even ask you what you're doing here. Are you meeting someone?
Yes, a friend. We're having an early dinner.
Someone I know?
Hunt.
I see. Mama, are you sure this friendship isn't going just a little bit too far between you and Mr. Weston?
Mr. Weston and I can handle our friendship just fine.
I don't mean to be intruding in your private life.
Then don't.
Okay, but what about Daddy? What do you see in this, Mr. Weston? What do you two have in common?
If you knew Hunt a little better, Rena, you'd understand.
Vicky.
Hunt. Hello. Hunt, you remember my daughter, Rena?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Mr. Weston.
Hunt, all right?
please. Of course.
Thank you. Have you been waiting long?
No, I got here early, and I've had a nice visit with my daughter.
Well, then I timed things just perfectly.
Yes, you did.
How is business going at your place?
Fair, but I've got a feeling that that's going to pick up in the very near future.
Why do you say that?
Well, Vicky here has set me up to be on the Billy Joe Wright show, and I think that should help a lot.
You're going to be a very bright addition, especially with Ricky out of town.
Well, I'm going to do my best.
I know.
Have you always been in the nightclub business?
No, ma'am, I was in the oil business most of my working life, but that ended when I opened my bar.
What part of the oil business?
Buying and selling equipment for rigs and wells.
I didn't know that, Hunt.
Well, it's nothing much to brag about, that's for sure.
Why did you leave that part of the business? It's a very lucrative operation here in Houston.
Yeah, it's a lot more lucrative than the nightclub business, that's for sure.
So why did you leave?
Money can't buy happiness. I know. I had the money, and I wasn't happy, so I just up and quit.
Well, I've heard a lot of people talk about doing that, but you're the first person that I've actually met who has done it.
Well, it was the only thing for me to do. I couldn't see any point in making all that money if I wasn't enjoying my life.
I presume you're enjoying it now?
Every minute of it. I love my club, love working there, love everything about it, even when things go wrong. Of course, I can't do some of the things I used to do, but I'm a lot happier than I've ever been before, and I'd never want to go back to that other life.
Well, you're taking a big chance. What if the nightclub business doesn't work out?
Well, at least nobody would be able to say that I didn't give it a go.
You're a very adventurous man.
No, I'm just a man at peace with myself.
Well, I think it's about time I leave you two alone.
Oh, well, why don't you just stay for dinner? Wouldn't that be all right, Vicky?
Of course, Rena.
No, thank you. I enjoy talking to you. Enjoy your evening, both of you.
Thanks, we will.
Good night, honey.
Your daughter is one nice lady.
Yes, she is. And getting nicer all the time.
Hey, Lurleen!
Hi, Justin.
I'm glad I caught you, darling. You're just the person I want to talk to.
What about?
Well, a lot of things. We owners should get together from time to time. We got a lot of things in common.
Owner. That's right, I am the owner, aren't I?
Yeah. And an owner should be able to take a break when she wants to.
Well, I believe I will take a break. But a short one.
Short one it is. Sit right down here.
Okay. Now, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
I just want to tell you that construction on my new mansion on your granddaddy's place is coming along real nice.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Maybe I can come out and take a tour sometime.
When it's all done, I'll take you on that tour myself. I think you'd be impressed. And I think your granddaddy'd be impressed, too.
My granddaddy really loved that land.
Yeah. I know he did. I wish he was here to see that I just wasn't ruining that land. I want it to be the prettiest spread in Texas.
I'll never forget growing up on that ranch. I was a real lucky kid.
I'm glad you said that.
Why?
Because there's going to be another little kid growing up on that land, and I want everything to be right for him.
It will be.
Well, now, how's everything going here at the coop? And that partnership with Ruby, how's that going?
Well, everything's just fine. We take care of each other. Sort of.
Well, speaking of Ruby, you know, I got a little business to talk over with her. Is she around?
No.
Oh, is she back at that apartment of yours?
She's in Nashville.
Nashville?
Yeah, she's trying to get these people to do an album that we want Ricky to make.
I don't believe you.
You don't?
That's pretty much what I wanted to talk to her about.
It was?
Yeah, I wanted to tell her to keep pushing Ricky. And that's what she's doing.
As far as I know, Justin, she could be pushing Ricky at this very moment.
You mean we could end up like one of these guys? But you said that gas all disappeared a long time ago, right?
No, Mark said that. I didn't.
You mean it's still around?
Well, look, this has got to be an oil dome. I mean, Miles thought it was, and It looks like he was right. We just need to explore a little more to verify it.
Yeah, but oil domes aren't dangerous, Brett. Why would Miles have been so worried?
Because of the gas, Mark. It's the gas I'm talking about. That could still be here under tremendous pressure inside the oil dome.
Yeah, but where is the oil dome?
Right underneath us.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm getting out of here.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. On in. And now, the next part of Texas.
Ruby, come back.
Not on your life! I'm not sticking around here. I don't want to turn into one of them!
Get out! Get out! That's why.
Stay down. You two all right?
Yeah, she missed us.
Not that much.
Look, I'm gonna move around so I can get a better shot.
No, Mark, don't shoot! Shoot! Don't! The last thing we want here is gunfire. One bullet in the wrong place and it could disrupt the balance of the cave. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We don't want to disrupt the balance.
You know, Ricky don't seem like warning shots. And she's trying to keep us here.
Yeah, well, she's doing a real good job. You think you two can get back over here to us?
Yeah, I think so.
Darn that Gretchen. I knew there was something weird about her from the very first time we met. She was acting so friendly and neighborly. It all turned out to be a big ploy.
Okay, man, you get going.
Move! I wish I'd never moved into that luxury apartment with Lurleen.
It's a little late to think about that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I learned from experience.
Hi, Elena. Lurleen, was that just Justin Marshall I saw coming out of here? Sure was.
Well, what's he doing at the coop? I thought the top of the World Club was more his speed.
Oh, he was here meeting those men, Mr. Barnes and Mr. Boudreau.
They've been hanging around here a lot lately.
Well, it must be good for business, because things have been picking up since they started coming here.
That's good.
Yeah, but they even told me they were going to start conducting more of their business meetings here at the coop.
I wonder why.
I guess they like the place.
Maybe they like you.
Oh, I don't think I'm the reason they're coming here. They're always wanting to talk to Ruby about things.
What kind of thing?
Oh, just things.
If she's involved with Hawker and Boots, I'd keep my eyes open if I were you, and my ears. There's no telling what can come of all this.
Well, if it's good for business, it can't be all bad.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right.
So do I.
I'm gonna go rehearse.
Hey.
Lurleen, have you heard anything from Ricky yet?
No, not a word.
I just don't understand this. He would never wait so long.
Elena, I think you should be positive about this. Ricky's gonna be just fine. Now, there's no sense in you worrying over him.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right, too.
For you. And a new beginning.
Thank you.
I hope that somehow I can make all this up to you and that we can get through this rough time together.
I hope that everybody can make it through this rough time.
Follow the search when Search for Tomorrow comes to NBC. Follow Liza and Travis to a tropical island of love.
I'm afraid I'm the only savage you're gonna have to worry about.
Follow the evil stranger who turns their paradise into a nightmare. Search for Tomorrow premieres March 29th on NBC.
So what did you think I did before I opened my nightclub?
I just always assumed you were a musician.
I always was. In my heart, anyways.
Well, tell me more.
About the past?
Yes, I'm interested.
Vicky, there's no point. What's gone is gone.
All your memories can't be bad.
No, not all.
Well, then please tell me.
You drive a hard bargain.
I know.
All right, the past. From start to finish, in a nutshell. I was married once, had that high-paying job selling oil equipment, and a lifestyle to go with it. I thought that my wife needed the lifestyle. I was obsessed with work, and I was miserable the whole time.
Why?
Kept hearing those tunes playing in my head.
No.
No, it's the truth, honest, Vicky. I mean, all I ever wanted to be was a piano player. And there I was, stuck in that job I didn't like, working with people I didn't like, doing things I didn't want to be doing. So one day I just said suddenly, whoa, hold it. Just like the song, stop the world, I want to get off. And that's what I did.
You left it all behind.
Everything and everyone that didn't matter. Made some enemies along the way, and I'm not proud of that. But I did make one very big friend. Myself.
And now you're on your way back up again.
Well, it'd be nice to reach the top, but even that doesn't seem important anymore.
What is?
Feeling the way I do right now, I wouldn't trade that for all the oil companies put together.
Hunt Weston, you're quite a man.
Vicky, there is one other reason why I'm really glad that I went through all that.
What's that?
Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here with you tonight.
And how is my beautiful wife?
Well, I'm just fine. What's going on?
Going on? Why can't I greet my wife the way she's supposed to be greeted?
Oh, now, come on, Justin. Something's got you so happy.
Well, I'll let you guess. I'll give you a hint.
What?
Well, it has something to do with oil.
Well, now, what in our lives doesn't?
And it's got something to do with two good old boys.
Oh, by the name of Hawker and Boots.
You got the prize. I just got back from visiting with them.
Well, did they come through again?
Well, let's just say that we're going to be knee-deep in oil leases before this thing is through.
That's great. That's just great.
Marshall Oil is going straight to the top, darling.
Hey, what's all the noise out here?
Oh, we're not alone.
Oh. Your turn, partner. And how is my favorite friend?
Fine.
Just fine? Is that all? Just fine? Actually, we're going to have to do something about this. Everybody in my family has to be just great today. Not just fine. Not just fine. So, well, you just tell me when you're great, okay?
I feel great.
You sure? You sure? Okay. Okay. That's all I want to hear.
What's so special about today?
Well, today something happened. It's going to be very good for all of us, Gregory. I cannot wait to tell TJ he's going to have his hands full with those new leases.
Yeah, I bet he will.
Marshall,
What is it, Gregory?
do you argue a lot with TJ at work?
Argue with... Who told you that?
No, that's just something he overheard today.
What'd you overhear? Gregory, what is it?
I don't like the way TJ argued with Ashley today.
When did this happen?
Before I went to lunch with Allison.
Gregory, now I thought I explained that to you. There was nothing to that at all. Nothing for you to worry about.
I don't like it when anybody fights with you, Ashley.
Oh, now, baby, there was nothing to it.
Well, it must have been
Nothing
something.
to it.
It must have been something, Ashley, or Gregory wouldn't be upset like this now, would you, boy? Actually, just exactly what were you and TJ fighting about? Everyone?
I just hope that Ashley gets through this all right. I don't think that Justin would be able to handle this.
Right now, I'm more concerned with the two of us. Where do we stand with each other?
Where do you think we stand?
I hope you have the same feelings for me that I have for you.
What are those feelings?
I love you more than anything in the world.
I just wanted you to say those words.
Then you forgive me?
Forgive you.
TJ, were you really worried that I wouldn't?
Well, I thought that...
Don't you know how much I love you? I wouldn't let anything happen between us.
I love you.
I love you too, darling.
I think this looks like a good place. Let's take a rest. You know, I've been thinking, Brad, about that story of yours. It's fascinating.
You can thank Miles for that.
Well, if it's true, I mean, if this is a huge oil reserve, and if we can neutralize whatever poisonous gas may be down there, then what? Then we may have just discovered a bonanza.
I think you're right.
You mean bonanza like money?
That's exactly what he means.
Are we talking millions of dollars here?
Yeah, well, you got Ruby's attention. Probably more like billions.
Billions?
Yeah, for World Oil, of course.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, what are you guys all sitting around for? Come on, let's go explore and find that oil.
Hey, Ruby, if there is oil here, it's going to take us some time to find it. We're not going to find it like that.
Well, we can at least get started, can't we?
Well, I think the time to get started is in the morning after we're rested. Getting late.
I can't believe this. You guys were the ones who were all fired up to come here in the first place.
Yeah, one more day's not going to matter.
Well, I wish you'd tell that to Gretchen and whoever she's got with her out there, because they seem to be in some kind of hurry.
Yeah, you're right. Gretchen is our big problem now.
We'd better post guard then in case she gets any funny ideas. All right, then why don't I take the first shift? Sounds good. Hand me one of those blankets, will you? Yes. Oh, Ricky, hold on. There's something I want to talk to you about.
What are we supposed to do?
Why don't you all just stay here and take a little rest?
Hey, where are you guys going to be?
We're just going to go around the bend a couple 100 feet there. Just keep an eye on things.
Ricky, be careful.
I will.
You too, Mark.
Be okay.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to write down my observations of this place. It's going to make some interesting reading someday.
Just think, this place could be worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine that. Hey, you know, maybe we could make some jewelry or something out of these shiny rocks. I bet it might be worth more than gold, diamonds, or...
What'd you say, Ruby?
Justin, there was no fight.
Gregory seems to think so.
Well, now, Gregory just walked in on the end of a heated discussion is all.
On what?
It was just a difference of opinion.
Difference of opinion.
Yes, exactly. It's really not all that important, Justin. I was just in a bad mood today, and I guess I took it out on TJ.
Did TJ cause that bad mood?
No. Why do you ask?
He's always busted in on our personal business. Are you sure he didn't start this?
Yes, I'm sure, Justin.
I don't know. He's always pulling things. As hard as I try to like this guy...
Justin, do we have to discuss this in front of Gregory?
Gregory is the one that's upset about it.
Gregory is upset about the arguing, not about TJ.
I want to know what's going on.
Gregory, would you do me a favor and let us talk for a little while?
Did I cause another argument?
No. It'd just be better if we didn't talk about other people in front of you, see, because then you won't feel funny when you see them. You understand?
I guess so.
Good. Now, come on. Just go to your room for a little while. It's okay. You see? Now he thinks we're going to fight.
Like the fight you and TJ had today?
We didn't fight. But Gregory is going to start to dislike TJ because he thinks you don't like him.
I have never told that boy any of my personal feelings about TJ.
You don't have to tell him, Justin. He's a smart boy. He just picks up on things.
Smart enough to pick on something that he saw today. Something that he doesn't like about TJ. You know, kids, they do this thing very well. They got a lot of good intuition.
Well, he's wrong about TJ.
Why are you always siding with TJ? Why are you always defending him? What is it between you two?
There is nothing between me and TJ.
There certainly seems to be.
Justin, please drop it. Do you see what's happening? We're letting just some little difference of opinion come between us now.
I'm sorry. That'll never happen. Darling, that will never happen.
I hope so. Because I don't know what I would do if it did.
Don't even think about that. Don't. I'm sorry. I'll just go have a little talk with Gregory. Okay?
What'd you say, Ruby? Ruby? Hey, Ruby, you all right? Ruby, will you answer me? Ruby!
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
Fred? Ruby? Fred! Fred!
Oh, Ruby, are you all right?
No! Help me!
Oh, Ruby, I was so scared.
You were scared. I was so scared.
Oh, I thought you fell down there. I threw a rock down there and I couldn't even hear it land.
Didn't you hear me screaming?
No, I didn't hear anything until just now.
This cave is so weird.
Very strange acoustics in here.
The whole place is strange. No, Fred, I just thought of something. If you couldn't hear me screaming and I was only a few feet away, how are Mark and Ricky gonna hear us screaming?
Well, they're not, but they'll just find us the same way I found you.
Oh, great, then we're all gonna be stuck down here. I'm getting out.
No, wait a minute, Ruby, don't!
Why not?
Because if you slip, you're gonna fall down there.
Oh, Brett, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of here?
This part of Texas was brought to you by the Comfortable Diaper. Love's disposable diapers. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
I've already told Judy about these, so she'll get them right out.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
What time will you be in today?
Oh, won't be late. I just have to talk to Mama, and then I'll be in.
Something wrong?
No, I just need to talk to her. Guess that's it. Oh, would you get that, Allison? If it's for me, tell him I'll return the call at the office. Bye.
Bellman residence.
Ellison,
Yes.
this is Mr. Hannibal. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
It's all right to call you there, isn't it?
What can I do for you, Mr. Hannibal?
Ellison, I've been doing a lot of thinking about our conversation the other day.
You have?
I don't think it's right that you should be trying to get along on such a little salary.
Well, I'm fine.
I'm sure you are. But I think I can help out. Do you think that we could meet later, say, at the country club?
All right.
Why don't you meet me for lunch?
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. And Allison, I think this would be a very profitable meeting.
Oh, I'll see you there. It'll be profitable, Mr. Hannibal, if I can find out why Ashley's afraid of you.
So there was the entire dinner was just laying on the kitchen floor, and I was just about ready to cry when Mrs. Wheeler walked in.
What you do?
She took a look at the entire dinner lying on the floor, and she looked at me, and she said, "I think we'll have another round of cocktails, Vivian." And then she just walked right out.
So would you cook something else?
No, I told you my floors are clean enough, but... Wheeler residence. Well, Mrs. Wheeler, hello, how are you? I'm just talking about you. What? Oh, that Wheeler, I wasn't just talking about you. Yes, ma'am, I'll see if he is. One moment, please. Could you see if Mr. Wheeler can come to the phone? This is his wife.
I can. He's still taking a shower.
Hello, I'm sorry he can't come to the phone right now. May I take a message? Mr. Mark? He isn't here right now. Miss Brett isn't exactly here right now either. Couldn't I take a message? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. I don't think I did that very well.
What?
That was Mrs. Judith Wheeler.
It's no use. This place is so confusing they could be anywhere.
Brad! Ruby!
There must be a passageway that we can't find. I swear we've been over every inch of this place. Where are they? I don't know. I just hope they're together and that they're all right.
Ruby!
Must be. I was afraid to sleep all night. Thought I was going to go rolling over the edge.
Ruby, I don't think they're going to find us.
That's a comforting thought.
So we're just going to have to get out of this on our own.
How do you propose we do that?
Well, the only way out's got to be up. Great! I don't see a stairway.
Yeah, I know, so
You're going to have to climb on me somehow.
Are you crazy? Do you know what would happen to me if I went falling over that edge?
Well, you just want to stay here? We've been screaming all night. They can't hear us. There's something about this cave that just swallows up the sound.
This place is so weird. All right. What should I do?
Let's see, maybe you can try and climb on my back.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm going to take my boots off.
Texas. The first part of Texas is brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new.
Beth hasn't made these in a long time.
Well, we haven't asked her in a long time.
Well, that's true. You're usually gone by now. Unless you have a good reason not to be gone.
No, I just thought it would be nice for us to have breakfast together.
It is nice. Now, what do you want to know?
Oh, you're so suspicious.
Honey, I know when you have something on your mind.
I just want to talk about your dinner last night.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Oh, come on, Mom. I'm not prying. I just want to know if you had a good time.
I had a lovely time.
Good.
Is that all you're going to ask?
That's all. I'm glad you're getting out.
I think you mean that.
I do. I thought that hunt was very nice.
I'm so glad, because I do like him very much.
Well, I can see why, Mama. He's a very charming, handsome young man.
Are you putting special emphasis on the word young?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was very interested in talking to him, particularly when he mentioned that he was in the oil business.
Yes, I was too.
I was impressed that he could give that up to do something that he wanted to do more. That takes a certain amount of strength.
Yes, it does. You know, I didn't know that about Hunt myself until last night.
How well do you know him?
Well enough. I like him, I like his place, I can relax there, and I can talk to him.
Well, I must admit that after meeting him last night, I thought that he was a lot more substantial than I originally thought.
He liked you too, honey.
I'm glad you had a good time.
You said that.
Just one other thing I wanted to ask you, Mama.
I thought there might be.
I'm glad that you're getting out, and I do like Hunt.
Yes?
Mama, have you thought about where this thing is going?
Good morning, Vivian.
Mr. Wheeler, there was a phone call for you, but you were still in the shower.
Oh, who was it?
It was Mrs. Wheeler, your wife, Judith.
Oh, I see. Oh, did she leave a message?
Yes, she wants you to call her back.
Okay, I'll call
She
her.
also asked after Mr. Mark and Miss Brett.
What, did she want to talk with them?
Yeah, but I told her they were out. She seemed kind of insistent.
Well, that's fine, Vivian. There's no reason for you to tell her where they are.
Well, there wasn't anything I could say. I don't know where they are.
Did she sound concerned?
Well, the whole phone call got off on the wrong foot. See, I thought that she was Mrs. Wheeler.
Oh,
Mrs.
well,
Alex Wheeler.
It's a natural mistake.
Well, I suppose so. Mr. Wheeler, is there something wrong?
No, everything's fine, Vivian.
Okay. Would you like some breakfast?
No, I'll get something on my way there.
All right, you be sure you do, because you need a good breakfast.
No, would you have John bring the car off?
He's already brought it around the front.
Oh, good.
Wasn't that efficient of him, Mr. Wheeler? Don't you think he's making remarkable progress?
Yes, he's making remarkable progress, yes.
Well, bye-bye.
Don't move.
I'm not gonna move.
Better not, because you're not the one who's gonna go plunging down into that bottomless pit.
Okay, go ahead. Just try and get a grip on something up there.
Is this the right place?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Oh, wait, I think I can feel something up here. I can just... Oh! Ow! 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 You're like... Oh! Come
I told you that wasn't gonna work. Okay. Maybe not this time. It's gonna work the next time.
What next time? Ruby, there's no other way out. We gotta try it again. Come on.
Okay?
Oh, Brett, wait, please. Can we just wait a minute? I just need a minute to catch my breath, okay? He never was very good at this stuff. I always skipped out of gym class in high school.
We'll get it the next time.
Brett?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you I'm real sorry about Professor Rehnquist.
Thank you.
I only met him once, and it wasn't the greatest experience, but I know how tight you were with him.
He was a fine man.
Fred, it wasn't my fault.
I know it wasn't.
I want to explain it to you.
Ruby, it doesn't make any difference.
It makes a difference to me. Please, just let me tell you the whole story.
Okay.
See, remember I told you that Lurleen came home to the apartment one night from the coop and she saw Professor Rehnquist lying on the floor.
I remember you said that. Yeah, it's okay. Go on.
She came running back to the coop to get me, and I went over to the apartment with her. When we got there was no Professor Rehnquist. There wasn't anybody anywhere.
Gretchen, must have moved him.
And do you remember that I told you I thought Lurleen was having these hallucinations?
Yeah. Now, I don't understand why you didn't go to the police.
Couldn't, Brett. We couldn't have explained it. I mean, there wasn't anybody there, and there was the other problem.
What other problem?
If I'd gone to the police, they never would have believed me.
Ruby, what are you talking about? What is it?
Bo.
Oh. Who's Bo?
Nobody.
Come on, Ruby. You said you were going to tell me what happened.
All right. All right, I'm going to tell you the whole story about Bo.
Good.
It's not a chance of me getting arrested in here anyway. Might do me some good to confess. I don't think I'm ever going to survive this place. The whole thing started when I found Bo's body.
So, who's Bo?
Oh, he was sort of this client of mine. He was really bad news.
You found his body?
Yep, right on our motel room floor. And so then Lurleen and me had to get rid of it.
What'd you do?
What didn't we do? I tell you, Brett, getting rid of that body was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life.
Wait. I don't understand. Why'd you have to get rid of the body?
Because everybody heard me say I wanted to kill him. Bo was my husband. We'd been separated for a long time, but he wouldn't give me a divorce.
You were married to him?
I know what you're thinking, Brett, but I couldn't go to the police. I couldn't. After all that I'd said about Bo, they would have thought I killed him for sure.
You were in a pretty tight spot.
It was horrible. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And then he started turning into a mummy.
That was Bo?
You knew him?
Yeah, Ricky found this body in the morgue, and it was a mummy. That's where we got this piece of the fire compass. He had it in his hand.
It was Bo. See, he had the whole fire compass when he died. That's how we got it in the first place.
I can't believe you guys had the fire compass.
Well, we didn't know what it was.
Didn't it occur to you should tell someone all this?
No, I couldn't. By then, I was so deep in the whole thing, I just couldn't.
So, Ruby, what happened to Miles?
I don't know. I told you everything I know about it. I guess Gretchen took him off someplace because she didn't want me and Lurleen to be able to tell anybody about it.
But you didn't believe Lurleen at all?
She was so upset when Bo died and everything. I thought her mind was just playing tricks on her.
So Miles traced the fire compass to you.
And then Gretchen got it. Except it didn't have the missing piece.
Well, he said that they would do anything to get it.
Brett, I know this is hard to take, but I swear to you, I didn't believe Lurleen.
No, I can see why you didn't.
I didn't even understand what the whole thing was about until much later. I just didn't want anybody to think that I killed Bo. That's why I did what I did.
Yeah, and that's why Miles couldn't find the fire compass. Now I'm beginning to understand this.
Brett, I just want you to see that it wasn't my fault.
No, Ruby, I don't think it was.
I was just an innocent victim.
Now, speaking of victims, we're going to be victims if we don't find our way out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
You ready?
Okay.
Listen, this time I'm going to try and give you a leg up like this, okay?
All right.
I don't know what you mean.
What's going to happen between you and Hunt? Where's your relationship going?
Exactly where it is now.
Oh, Mama, I don't think you're being honest with yourself.
Grena, Hunt and I have a very nice friendship, and I hope to keep that friendship.
And you don't see anything else happening?
No.
I don't agree.
Why not?
Because I saw him last night. I saw the way he was looking at you.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Mama, I think we both know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't.
That man is interested in more than just friendship.
Rena, you don't know Hunt, and you're assuming things.
I know that he's attracted to you, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself involved with.
You know, it seems to me that you're taking this much more seriously than I am.
Well, then maybe you should start taking it more seriously. That man is interested in you.
We are friends.
Mama, I'm glad you have that friendship. I really am.
But
I think you're playing with fire.
Honey, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
I know that.
Well, then you don't have to worry about my relationship with Hunt.
Mama, I'm concerned about you. I want you to be happy.
I know you do, and I appreciate it. But I am not going to give up this friendship.
I don't want you to.
Then what do you want?
I want you to look at this from Hunt's point of view. Do you know what he wants out of this? It may not be the same thing as you.
I understand what you mean.
I hope so.
And I'll bear it in mind.
Thank you.
But, honey, I want you to realize that I don't need you to protect me.
All right. Grant says that I worry about you too much.
And Grant is right.
I'm sorry, Mama.
No, it's all right. I know you worry because you care.
I do.
You know, it's funny. One of the hardest things a parent has to learn is how to let go. I think you need to learn the same lesson.
I'm never going to stop watching out for you.
Well, you may have to. I've got to get myself together and get down to the studio.
Yes, I'm going to be late, too.
Honey, I really enjoyed having our breakfast together this morning. Hope we can get to do it sometime again soon. But next time, without the lecture.
Oh, Mama.
Come on.
Boots, look at this pretty lady with her brow all furrowed up.
Mr. Barnes, Mr. Boudreaux.
Seems like every time we come into this little old establishment, she's just working away at one thing or another.
I was going over some paperwork. It doesn't come too easy to me.
Oh, we just stopped by to talk about some changes we think you might be needing.
Changes? What do you mean?
Well, first off, we don't want you to make any changes that would interfere with the basic tone of this place.
No, ma'am. Don't mess too much with the ambience.
Now, you've already got some touches that are real good.
Like a lady bartender. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of comforting.
Then what would you want to change?
Well, we think it should be more like you.
Like me?
You have a perfect personality for a place like this.
That's right. Down to earth, but classy.
Nobody ever told me I was classy.
Oh, you've got real class, little darling. It's genuine.
That's right, Miss Relief. And we want to see more of your influence in the coop.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like the coop like it is.
Oh, so do we, so do we.
Now, you don't mean to tell me that you never had any ideas, some thoughts that would pick it up a little bit?
Well,
you can tell us.
Well, to be perfectly frank, I think our menu is what you might call limited.
There you go. You have been thinking about it.
But Ruby says that honky-tonks only serve chili. Anything else would be putting on airs.
Well, I'd go with your feelings, Miss Lurleen. I think you got the touch.
You know, there are some things that I'd like to do.
Well, you just give it your best shot, little darling, and you'll put this place right on the map.
I just might do that.
If you need any financial assistance, we'd be right proud to invest in your talent.
That's really nice, but I can do it on my own.
All right, but don't you hesitate to call.
And remember, we're going to be steering people in your direction.
So we want you to treat them real nice.
Ah, Boots, you didn't have to say that. The charm of this place is that this little lady treats everybody nice.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that, Hopper. Well, with your lovely nature, you're going to make this a real important place.
Real important. Granny Boots, look at the time.
Yeah, we got to go. Bye.
Bye.
I just talked with Gretchen.
What did she have to report?
They're all in the cave now, sir.
Make sure she finds the passage to the secret chamber and the oil. That's the point of this mission.
Yes, she understands that, sir.
It's imperative they lead her right to the source of the energy.
Yes, sir.
Then she can dispose of them all.
You think there's any way Gretchen could have gotten to him? I don't see how. You were guarding the entrance. I was only gone a couple minutes. It's so hard to keep your bearings in this place. Well, maybe there's another entrance. I don't think so. I've kept track of all the passageways. It's not like them to disappear like this. Brett! Ruby! Ruby! Brett!
Are you all right? Yeah, don't worry about me. I can't find anything to grab onto. Keep looking, Ruby. Can you move a little to the right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think I found something. Oh, good. It's some kind of rock or something. I think I can grab hold of it. Good. Try. All right. I think I got it.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
I'm back.
Well, hiya, John. How'd it go?
No problem. I really have gotten several routes to the office down now.
Good.
Yeah. Vivian, did Mr. Wheeler seem all right to you this morning?
Why do you ask?
Well, he hardly said a word all the way downtown. That's not like him.
I think he's very bothered by that phone call from Mrs. Wheeler.
Did he ever talk to her?
No, not yet, but he didn't seem pleased to get that message.
That must be it.
I told him how I thought it was the other Mrs. Wheeler.
So he made a mistake.
Well, it was dumb. I mean, I wonder what this Mrs. Wheeler must be thinking.
Well, she couldn't be upset about that.
But then I didn't know where Miss Brad or Mr. Mark were. I wasn't organized.
Well, it's not your fault if they didn't tell you where they were going.
I think there's something strange going on around here.
Well, maybe. Have you got a minute?
Yeah, I'm just about finished with this.
I want to look over this map.
Are you going on a trip?
No. It's kind of embarrassing, though, when I have to ask Mr. Wheeler for directions all the time. I thought I should bone up here on some of the routes around the city.
Oh, would you like me to help? I've got a great sense of direction.
Oh, thanks. I wonder if there's anything that we're both good at the same time.
I don't think it's square dancing.
No.
John, did Mr. Wheeler seem very upset?
Not upset, just quiet.
I don't like that.
Well, maybe it's business. Although, he didn't have his papers out like he usually does.
He was very evasive when I asked about Mr. Mark and Miss Brett.
Yeah?
I think he's worried about them.
Well, maybe he just misses them.
No, I think it's something more than that. I think there's something wrong.
Yes, Judith, I do appreciate your concern. No, I'm not trying to keep you from talking with them. They're just not here. They're out on the desert. Oh, I can't reach them. They're in the desert. Oh, come on, Judith. Brett is a grown woman. She's a professional geologist. She can take care of herself. No, no, Judith, there isn't a reason on this earth for you to come here. They're not here. There's nothing you... Don't you dare hang up on me. Yes. Oh, send her in.
That must have been some important phone call.
Why do you say that?
Because you usually don't keep me out of your office when you're on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking with Judith.
Oh. Grant, I wanted to remind you that we have a budget meeting coming up in case you wanted to go over the figures ahead of time.
You're a mighty tactful woman.
For reminding you about the budget meeting?
No, for not asking about that phone call.
Well, it's personal.
I would like to talk to you about it.
All right.
Rena, I don't understand her.
What's the problem?
Well, she called the house, talked to the maid, said she wanted to talk to Mark and Brett.
And they weren't there.
That's right, and she construes that to mean that I don't want them to talk with her.
Was she very upset?
Upset? She hung up on me.
She hung up. So you weren't able to calm her down?
No, I don't care about her, Rena. I care about the kids. I'm worried about them. I'm terribly worried about them.
I know you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dump all this.
You weren't dumping on me. I want to help you.
You are.
I have some information for you.
About Mark and Brett?
Mm-hmm. I think I might know where they are.
What happened? Are you okay? No! What's wrong?
A man, that's what's wrong. What's with this place anyway? The walls are caving in.
I don't know.
At least my boots fell through with me. Boy, whoever designed this cave must have been crazy.
Look, physically, are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just a little stiff.
This is a very strange place.
You hit the nail on the head when you said that.
You know, geologically, I can't come up with any explanation for these walls. Or anything else that's happened for that matter.
I'm not going to trust these walls anymore. Next time I lean on one, who knows, I might even end up in China or something.
Yeah. The March Hare will come running by.
Yeah. What did you say?
March Hare. Alice in Wonderland?
Oh, yeah.
Well, better start exploring.
Brett, why don't we just face facts?
What do you mean?
We're never going to get out of here.
I admit it looks pretty hopeless.
Well, we might as well give it a try. Who knows, maybe one of these other walls will cave in. This one seems pretty solid. Then again, so did the other one.
Ruby!
What? Did you find a way out?
No, but look at this. How did this get here?
Follow the search when Search for Tomorrow comes to NBC. Follow Lee Santel, caught between the woman who has his child
I want to be a family. I want to do all the things a family does.
and the woman who has his heart.
I love you.
Stay away from him.
Search for Tomorrow premieres Monday on NBC.
Anybody here?
What? Oh,
I like this place already.
sorry, but we're not open yet.
Yeah, so what are you doing in there?
I'm working. We open at 6. You can come back then.
You know, we could help you out. Ma'am, I don't mean to be forward, but do you know Mr. Boudreau and Mr. Barnes?
Oh, well, sure I do.
Well, they told us this was a real nice place and we should drop in any time.
Oh, they did. Well, if your friends are theirs, why don't you have a seat?
Well, thank you.
Can I get you anything?
Well, what do you got?
Everything. In fact, if your friends are Mr. Barnes and Mr. Boudreau, the first one is on the house.
Well, I knew I was going to like this place. How about a couple of cold beers?
Your band?
Well, we're still in Texas, ain't we?
Yeah.
And you have to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, would you join us there, ma'am?
No, I mean, it's a little early.
You know, this is a pretty nice place you got here.
You really like it?
Sure do. It's real friendly looking.
Well, what do you fellas do?
Well, we're cattlemen.
Really?
Yeah, you ever hear of the Lazy Susan Ranch?
No.
Well, that's where we work.
You really cowboys?
Well, I don't know if there are any real cowboys left. It's not like the old movies when you're flying around in a helicopter taking aerial photographs. Yeah, or you have an accountant.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I think you're real cowboys.
Well, thank you very much. Say, tell me, Miss,
Oh, Lurleen.
Lurleen. Most of the gals that come in here as pretty as you?
Well, we have a real refined clientele, and we have some real sweet girls that come in here.
Well, if you say so, it must be true. Yes, indeed. Hocker and Boots were right. Looks like you and me gonna be spending some time here. Yep. And, Miss Lurleen, when we spend time, we spend cash.
Which direction is north?
That way.
Very good. Now, you want to head, which way would you be going if you wanted to go across town?
That depends.
Supposing you're heading on 59 north, you want to go to 10 to Jacinto City. You would be going
East.
right.
Yeah, well, I know that looking at the map. You know, but at 55 miles an hour, it's a different story.
All right, then we'll try it again. Supposing that you want to go to... Oh, John, look at this Splendora.
That's north.
Oh, yes, I know. Isn't that a wonderful name, Splendora?
Sounds expensive to me.
Oh, but doesn't it sound exciting?
Yeah, it kind of does.
When I was a kid, I used to spend hours poring over maps of places I'd never been.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I used to pick out a name and then pretend what it might be like.
Where did you want to go most?
Oh, it changed all the time, but I was very taken for a while with Minnewaska.
Really?
And I used to dream of Indiana.
The place I always wanted to go was in Michigan.
Where?
Kalamazoo.
Oh, like I got a gal in Kalamazoo?
Yeah, that's right. Except I imagined that it was probably a real nice place with lots of animals.
I could certainly see why you thought that.
Where do you want to go now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Kathmandu?
Yeah?
Yeah, I always thought it sounded very exotic.
You know, it's the capital city of Nepal. That does sound exciting.
Well, I guess I'll never see it.
Why not?
You don't travel a lot in the maid business.
I might take you there myself.
If you took me to Kathmandu, I'd take you to Kalamazoo.
You might have a song there.
You think so?
Kathmandu, Kalamazoo. I think we're onto something.
Well, I'm happy to see you, Allison.
Hello, Mr. Hannibal.
Can I get you something?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Well, shall we sit down while I tell you what I want to talk about? So tell me, Allison, how do you like working for Rena Decker?
I love it.
It must be a very exciting job. But from what I understand, not necessarily lucrative.
Not yet.
Oh, that's a good attitude to have in business. But it doesn't help your present situation.
I make a fair salary, Mr. Hannibal. It's enough for me to get by on.
Well, don't you want to do more than get by?
Oh, of course.
Well, then I'm glad we're having this talk. I think I can help you.
You mentioned that on the telephone. You have a job for me?
Well, that's not quite what I meant.
Well, you said I might be making more money. I assumed that you meant a job.
Well, you know that your Aunt Hildy and I were very close.
I know that.
Aunt Hildy would have wanted you to enjoy this time of your life.
What do you mean, Mr. Hannibal?
I have something for you. I think this might help you to get some of the extra things you might want.
No, I can't accept that.
You'd offend me if you don't.
I can't pay you back.
I wouldn't ask you to. Allison, this is a gift. It would make me happy if you were able to get some new clothes. Go out and enjoy yourself.
I don't know what to say to you.
Then don't say anything. Perhaps someday you'll be able to help me out. But for now, enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Just keep being active like you are now. Do things while you're young. That's what Hildy would have wanted you to do.
Mr. Hannibal, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why is Ashley so upset that you're here in Houston? Can't even mention your name to her.
Please, please, don't you worry about that.
I'm not worried about it. I'd just like to know.
Just take that money and buy things that please you. Clothes. Buy some clothes.
I will.
Good.
Mr. Hannibal, have you been meeting with Ashley here?
Well, certainly Ashley and I meet here from time to time.
Uh-huh. Why is she...
She's not afraid of me. Ashley and I are old friends, and right now we're involved in something together.
Something?
Nothing to be concerned about. Now, you just take that money and buy yourself some pretty things.
I will. Thank you. Taking this money might make me closer to you, Mr. Hannibal. And that's how I'll find out what's going on between you and Ashley.
You know where Mark and Brett are?
I think so. Let me tell you what I found out. I had a talk with Ginny the other day. She said that Miles Rehnquist was on his way to a place called Haitopa.
What's that? Where is it?
Well, she didn't know where it was, but she said it's the site of an old Indian legend where Miles made a discovery.
What kind of a discovery?
She wasn't too clear, Grant, but she said if the wrong person found out the secret of Haitopa, it would jeopardize millions of lives.
Oh, that must be why Mark was so concerned when Brett went there.
Well, he found out about it from Ginny, and that's why he went to find Brett.
Rena, if this place is so important, then why did Rehnquist spend so much time in Houston?
Well, there's a thing called a fire compass. Now, Miles had it when he arrived at the ranch, but he lost it. You need it to find Haitopa.
No, wait a minute, Rena. Mark told me that Ruby Wright could lead him there. No, there's something wrong.
I'm sorry, Grant. I knew this was going to upset you, but I thought you had to know.
Yes, I did. But why didn't Mark tell me?
I probably didn't want to worry you.
He also knew that I wouldn't let him go alone. Well, did Ginny tell you what kind of danger this is?
Yeah, she said that other people were after this fire compass, that they would kill to get it. And of course, there are the lives of millions of people.
Damn. Why didn't he tell me? What's the name of this place?
Haitopa.
Yeah, all right, okay.
What are we going to do?
Well, I want to get some more information. The more I hear about this, the more convinced I am that there's some real danger involved.
We've looked in every direction. Yeah, several times. I don't know what else to do. Well, they couldn't have gone that far. Brett! Ruby! Why did they leave here in the first place? We told them to stay right here. Maybe Brett found something. She's been determined to make something out of all this. Yeah, well, she's an experienced geologist. She knows better than to take off without telling anyone. Yeah, I know. What do you think we should do? Well, I don't know. Maybe we ought to go check the entrance again. Why? Well, to see if maybe Gretchen might have gotten to him. Come on. Ruby!
This is extraordinary.
Why, has it got directions on there how to get out of here?
No.
Well, then who cares?
Ruby, this tablet doesn't belong here. It's from another time, another culture. It's far older than this cave. Somebody long, long ago brought this here.
It would mean a lot more to me if somebody came and got us out of here, Brett.
Ruby, this is just astounding that it's here.
Brett, if somebody doesn't get us out of here, nobody's ever going to see it.
Look, if it's here, it means that there's a way in and a way out.
Well, then let's find it.
Yeah.
Brett!
What?
Come here!
What is it?
Look!
Oh, it's a passageway.
I could swear this wasn't here a minute ago.
No, it wasn't. And it might not be here much longer. Come on, let's go.
Oh, I'm afraid what we're going to find on the other side.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
I dread the thought that Gretchen's got. We gotta find it. We will. We have to.
Damn, I'm never going to find my jacket.
Ruby? Brett?
Mark! Ricky! Mark!
Oh. Are you all right? You okay?
Yeah, just hold on to me.
Where have you been?
We fell down this shaft.
It was horrible, Mark. We almost died. There was this shaft right over here. It's gone. Fred, it was right here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how could that be? You can't just be there and then disappear, huh?
But that's what happened. And then there was a wall and it fell away. And there was no passageway there and then there was one.
This whole cave, it just defies logic. It's just as if...
What?
Ricky, it's so supernatural. It's like Sutar's playing tricks on us.
This part of Texas was brought to you by the comfortable diaper. Love's disposable diapers. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Why do I consider myself an extreme soap fan? I've been watching soap since 1976 with Another World. Bet you can't guess what my favorite soap is, though, of all time. Does this give you a clue? It was Texas. In fact, I love Texas so much that I not only videotaped or audiotaped all the episodes, but I also created my own episode guide to Texas. It goes scene by scene from all 617 episodes. I'm Brian, and I'm an extreme soap fan.